Yo, people, it's your boy Bernard, and welcome to another episode of the Angry Blurred Podcast, where I will be discussing everything nerdy that has happened. And I almost didn't record this episode just because I wanted to record it yesterday because today is my birthday. But when I actually did get ready to get up and record, I had a hella migraine. So here I am recording on my birthday with nothing else to fucking do. This is 40. Are your friends are married, have kids, married with kids, or just don't live anywhere near here anymore, or just busy with life, because life be life. Anyway, let me get into my first story. I gotta give a rest in peace to Robert Carradine. He passed away on the 26th at the age of 71 years old. A few people may know him for being the brother of David Carradine. His father was also Keith Carradine, who was also an actor. His older brother is Keith Carradine, who was also an actor. A lot of people may know Robert for being the father on Lizzie McGuire. Outside of that, he was acting since I think the 70s. He was on Bonanza. I'm just like looking at his filmography right now. So like 72 was his first film credit. He was in Revenge of the Nerds. He played Lewis. He was in all three Revenge of the Nerds, obviously. He was in the Tommy Knockers. I think that might have been the first thing I saw him in. Then Escape from LA. Then see Stray Bullet. Max Keeble's Big Move. Ghost of Mars, which is like one of John Carpenter's somewhat okay movies with Ice Cube. Supercross. Obviously the Lizzie McGuire movie. After that, I didn't see. Oh, he was in Django. He played a tracker apparently. And he did a movie in 2024 called The Night They Came Home. But he also has 3 projects in post-production. But as far as his TV credits goes, wait, what? I thought the Revenge of the Nerds 3 and 4 were actual movies released in theaters, but it says they're TV movies. But he was on Kung Fu The Legend Continues. He was on Nash Bridges, The Practice, NYPD Blue. Like I said, Lizzie McGuire. Did some voice work on Robot Chicken. King of the Nerds, I remember that was a competition show on VH1. He was in Sharktopolis versus Paracuda. I know that's a sci-fi movie. I might have to check that out now just because the title was just crazy. But yeah, he actually died due to suicide by hanging. Brought on by his bipolar disorder. So yeah, rest in peace to Robert Carradine. Run back something that you might have seen him in and forgot he was in. Like, dude, I really can't believe I didn't realize he was in Django Unchained. I don't know how big the role was. It's probably not, a big role, but I'm probably gonna run back Supercross out of all the movies. Because this was a deep cut that I don't think anybody saw, and I am correct. This movie only made $3 million on a $30 million budget. Everybody's in it. Steve Howe, Mike Vogel, Sophia Bush, Channing Tatum's in this. Robert Patrick, Aaron Carter, may he rest in peace. J.D. Pardo. Didn't know he was acting that long. But yeah, it was basically a not a BMX, but a motocross movie. So yeah, rest in peace to Robert Carradine. So. Ryan Coogler won several awards at the BAFTAs, but I'm not here to talk about the BAFTAs or the individual with Tourette's. I am here to talk about Ryan Coogler's X-Files series. So, it's been greenlit for a pilot at Hulu. Ryan Coogler is writing and directing the pilot. And Danielle Deadwyler will star in the movie. I always want to say Deadwyler because I know people with the last name Deadwyler, but Deadwyler is a very rare last name. And the synopsis is it will follow 2 vastly different FBI agents who form an unlikely bond when they are assigned to a long shutter division. So whatever division of the government that Mulder and Scully were a part of, I want to say weren't they the FBI? I could have sworn they were the FBI, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, because like I said, I did not watch the X-Files. Yeah, I remember looking at the credits because the theme song, Mark Snow, may he rest in peace, like, doo, 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 and it had their badges. So I guess it's a subdivision of the FBI. So I'll check it out. Maybe I will eventually get whenever this gets a release date, I'll try to watch the original X-Files, the 2 movies, the sequel series before this, because I am on a Buffy rewatch right now, and I'm halfway through season 3, 2, I want to say. Because one of the podcasts I listened to, they started doing a rewatch, but they took so long, I stopped watching, and they just dropped the second part of their discussion on season 3. It was season 3. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, I could have sworn I watched season 2. So yeah, my next story is in regards to the God of War series. So we got some more casting in between the last time I told you guys somebody was casted and this time. So, who I forgot to tell you that was casted as Brock and Sindri are Danny Woodburn and Jeff Golka. I don't think I've ever seen anything with Jeff Golka in it. But Danny Woodburn, he's been on Seinfeld. He was in one of my favorite Robin Williams movies, Death to Smoochie. I'm going to look up Danny Golka in a second. He was also, was he the mocap for Shredder? I mean, not Shredder, Splinter. And the Bays Turtles. He was also an employee of the month. He was on Seinfeld, right? No, I'm not tripping. He was Mickey on Seinfeld. He was only on 7 episodes. Sure as hell felt like a lot more. Jeff Golka doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, so I'm going to have to look him up the hard way. Google. Apparently, he was on the X-Files Once Upon a Time, Stan Helsing, Stargate SG-1. Oh, he was on Laid. That was on Peacock, and he was also on The Irrational. And he was on the reboot of Charmed. He played Bill the Elf. All right, but also Ed Skrein. I never know how to say this guy's last name. He has been cast as Balder. And I don't think I could pick a better choice for a person to play Balder. Because Ed Skrein is always playing an asshole, with the exception of the one time he replaced Jason Statham in the Transporter movies. Oh, he didn't replace him. He played his son. He played Frank Martin Jr. Okay. But a lot of people may know him for playing Francis, a.k.a. Ajax in Deadpool. He was in Alita Battle Angel as Zapan. He was in Maleficent Mistress of Evil as Bora. He was in the Rebel Moon movies, which we all don't talk about. He played Atticus Noble in that. And he was also in Jurassic World Rebirth. He played Bobby Atwater, who died in like the first half hour of the movie. And we also got our first look at Ryan Hurst and the kid whose name I am drawing a blank on, who is playing Atreus. Let me go back to the cast. Callum Vinson. And everyone's like hating. So I sent this photo to my group chat with Samir and, my friends in Lauderdale. And Samir said, I'm actually going to go to it right now. I mean, I'm getting Temu vibes. Looks looks good enough. My friend Poop said, I saw this and I don't like the way the kid looked. A lot of people agree with that one, and it's mainly because I don't know how old he is. I don't think his age is on his Wikipedia page. I'm going to double check right now. Yeah, his age isn't on his Wikipedia page. But he looks like he's like 6 or 7, honestly. I don't remember how old Atreus was in the first God of War game that he was in. Maybe like 11 or 12. But yeah, so like everybody's like giving them crap about that. And Ryan Hurst had to defend it. He said, don't believe everything you see. So he made a post on his Instagram story and everybody was like, don't believe everything you see. So honestly, I don't even think I saw Amazon officially post that image. So for all I know, that could be AI. I got to check their social media pages to see if they actually did it. As a matter of fact, I'll do that now while I am recording. So then this way I can get confirmation. Because if Prime didn't do that, if Prime didn't post that, then everybody's going to look dumb, like discussing film and whatnot. I'm seeing a bunch of memes of the boys and Carl Urban. That's why they did actually post it. So, yeah, it's an official image. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know what to tell you. But we got some video game news. And the first one is Wolverine. Wolverine on PS5 will officially release on September 15th, and I am very excited for that because although I have games that I need to play, I don't want to play them. I know that's a messed up thing to say, but it is what it is. It's like sometimes you just want a game that you can just sit down and play. Not have to worry about the rigmarole of story. And I'm saying this as a hypocrite playing the Arkham games all over again. Like I bought the Legacy of Kane Soul Reaver Remastered 1 and 2. Still haven't beat 2. Maybe I'll get back on that whenever I finish Arkham Knight. But yeah, so September 15th for that. IGN Fan Fest is also going on at the moment. We got the announcement of a Masters of the Universe side-scroller hack and slash beat 'em up, I guess. It's called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction. The digital release date will be April 28th. I like this because it gives that good old 16-bit Final Fight Turtles in Time look, but it's obviously a little bit polished, but it still has the pixelated look. Like Streets of Rage 4, Shredder's Revenge, things of that. I don't know if the Temu is doing this. No, they're not. But there's no release date on the physical edition yet. I'm guessing Limited Run Games has something to do with this, unfortunately, because they are tagged in the trailer. And you guys know my beef with Limited Run Games. Took 2 years to send me my fucking copy of Shredder's Revenge. But it is what it is. Also, Marvel got on the bandwagon and was like, hey guys, we need to give the people what they want. And they are. So we got the Marvel Maximum Collection coming out. No release date on that just yet. But this is going to have all of the games that we played during our childhood, be it on console or arcade. So it's going to have the X-Men arcade game, Spider-Man X-Men, Arcade's Revenge, Captain America and the Avengers. I hate that game with a fucking passion. I've never beat that game. I owned it on Super Nintendo, never beat it. Hacked it on the on the Super Nintendo Classic, Mini, whatever you want to call it. Never beat it. I think it's also on the Genesis. We're also going to have Spider-Man and Venom, Maximum Carnage, and Separation Anxiety. So I will be buying those as well whenever the physical release is out. But I am going to take a break. Y'all can listen to this W ad. I'm going a little bit earlier just because I'm getting cotton mouth. And I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix 1 packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to dubby.gg and use my promo code AngryBlurred10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's dubby.gg with promo code AngryBlurred10. All right, I am back. So I'm just over every damn thing. So Discord, I told you guys, I think it was like last week, the week before, that they were going to start having people scan their IDs to verify their age on their app. And they folded. Like an origami fucking bird. Due to all the backlash. So, they put out a note about verification options. And it said, these are 5 points. So point 1 was adding more verification options. We already had alternatives in development, including credit card verification. Now you want my fucking credit card? We'll complete and expand those before scaling globally. So you'll have more options you're comfortable with. 2, vendor transparency. We'll document every verification vendor in their practices on our website and make it clear in the product who each vendor is. We've also set a new requirement. Any partner offering facial age estimation must perform it entirely on device. If they don't meet the bar, we won't work with them. 3, a new spoiler channel option. We know many communities use age-restricted channels not for adult content, but for topics people prefer to engage with their own terms. Spoilers, politics, and heavier conversations We're building a dedicated spoiler channel option so communities don't have to age gate their server just to give members that choice. 4. A technical blog post before global launch. We'll publish a detailed post explaining how our automatic age determination systems work, including the signal categories and privacy constraints, so you can evaluate our approach for yourselves. And 5, age assurance data and our transparency reports. We'll include how many users we'll include how many users were asked to verify, what methods they used, and how often our automated systems handled it without any user action. So this just sounds like a bunch of BS. It just sounds like they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, which is fine. Just keep doing that, okay? Don't fucking try to get me to scan my ID to make sure I'm an adult. I'm officially 40 years old. Fuck off, Discord. All right, next story. I'm like, didn't this guy get canceled because, he was out here abusing women? Max Landis, who is the son of John Landis, who I believe wrote Home Alone or directed it. I can't ever remember what John Landis did, if he was a director, if he was an actor. But Max Landis worked on a lot of stuff that I liked. John Landis is a director, so he directed Loco, one of your favorite movies, the Kentucky Fried Movie. He directed Animal House. One of my, I don't really know if it's my favorite movie. It's one of my dad's favorites, so it's kind of my favorite because I used to watch it with him all the time when I was little. The Blues Brothers. He also directed one of my favorite movies, Trading Places, Coming to America. He also did the Twilight Zone movie. But we're not talking about John. We're talking about his son. So Max, I am very divisive on him just because he directed one of my favorite movies to come out in the past 20 years. And that was Chronicle. He wrote one of my favorite movies. That was Chronicle. And he also, he wrote Bright. And he created one of my favorite shows that was on the BBC for like 2 seasons. And that was Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. He is back in Hollywood. So he will be working on the new G.I. Joe movie. And the way this is like worded it's not the way it's worded, it's the way this movie is being done. It's just weird. So he is working on a script, and Danny McBride is also working on a script. And what they're going to do is they're going to take those 2 scripts and fuse those scripts together. But yeah, so I've never heard of like this happening, but apparently, according to this article from the Hollywood Reporter, developing 2 scripts at the same time is somewhat rare, but not unheard of. This basically happened in the 2010s with the Mummy reboot, and Warner Brothers tried to do the Legend of Tarzan movie. But yeah, so I was just like, okay. He also wrote a Superman comic that I like. It's called American Alien. Like I said, I have a very conflicting relationship with him because I don't want people to be sexually assaulted and the people who assaulted them just, walk away scot-free. But at the end of the day, he wasn't charged with anything, but his girlfriend posted on Twitter about him and everything. So it's just like conflicting. The same thing is going on with Crispin Glover, aka George McFly Willard. He was the silent assassin in the first Charlie's Angels movie with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu, if not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't have much to say on it, but yeah, new G.I. Joe movie. One script written by Danny McBride, the other one written by Max Landis. So yeah. In the world of Hollywood, I told you guys about Netflix trying to buy Warner Brothers, and I was saying this is going to suck because they were talking about shortening the release window to like 15 days, and then they're like, oh no, we'll just keep it at 45. And then Paramount was doing everything in their power to buy them. And at this point, it was like, who do you want to buy the Warner Brothers? Do you want A, the company that is slowly killing movie theaters, Netflix, or B, the company that is backed by Donald Trump, who got Stephen Colbert fired, and they fucking gutted 60 Minutes to the point where Anderson Cooper, who was there for like 20 something years, is leaving. And anyway, Paramount has won the bidding war for the purchase of Warner Brothers. So Netflix is out. They put out a statement. So it said Netflix declines to raise offer for Warner Brothers Hollywood, California, February 26, 2026. PR Newswire, Netflix Inc. today announced that it declined to raise its offer to Warner Brothers. Netflix had earlier received notice from Warner Brothers Discovery that its board of directors has determined Paramount Skydance's latest proposal constitutes a superior proposal under the terms of Warner Brothers Discovery's existing merger agreement with Netflix. Netflix has issued the following statement in response from co-CEOs Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters. The transaction we negotiated would have created shareholder value with a clear path to regulatory approval. However, we've always been disciplined and at the price required to match Paramount Skydance's latest offer. The deal is no longer financially attractive, so we are declining to match Paramount Skydance's bid. And after that, it's just a bunch of rigmarole. Oh, never mind. I thought they were going to say what Warner Brothers is. But it said Warner Brothers is a world-class organization, and we want to thank David Zaslav, fuck him, Gunnar Wendenfels, Bruce Campbell, Brad Singer, and the WBD board for running a fair and rigorous process. We believe we would have been strong stewards for Warner Brothers' iconic brands, and that our deal would have strengthened the entertainment industry and preserved and created more production jobs in the U.S., but this transaction was always a nice to have at the right price, not a must have at any price. Netflix's business is healthy, strong, and growing organically, powered by our slate of in-class streaming service. Yeah, by increasing your price every 8 months. This year, we'll invest approximately $20 billion in quality films and series, and we'll expand our entertaining offering. Consistent with our capital allocation policy, we'll also resume our share repurchase program. We will continue to do what we've done for more than 20 years as a public company, delight our members, profitably grow our business, and drive long-term shareholder value. That's it. So yeah, if this merger goes through, this is going to be a hell of a monopoly, because if you just look at the shit that Paramount already owns, so Paramount owns Viacom, MTV, CBS, VH1, BET. Wait, hold on. Viacom, CBS, MTV, BET, VH1, Nickelodeon, Showtime. There's a lot more under that umbrella that I can't think of, but now if they get this, they're going to have HBO, Warner Brothers, DC. So they're going to own Batman, Superman, and so on and so forth. Cartoon Network. And since Trump is friends with, I don't know if it's Larry Ellison or David Ellison. I don't know which one of the Ellisons is the older one. The one that looks like he's a fucking vaudevillain. I'm looking this up real quick. Larry Ellison is the one who looks like a fucking Bond villain, because, you know, he also owns TikTok. So I'm sorry, he owns 98% of Lanai, which is one of the largest Hawaiian islands. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, so I'm gonna monopolize every damn thing at this point. And I want to know how he made his money, because apparently he dropped out of the University of Illinois Urbana campaign and the University of Chicago. But yeah, so apparently he's got a lot of backing with the Saudis. So you guys all complaining about woke shit, get ready for, you know, all your woke shit to be fucking swept under the rug, and you're just going to get a bunch of MAGA propaganda like TikTok has already turned into ass and whatnot. And I don't even use it that much. Also, I'm using woke in the ironic way that people use it, because you don't know the true meaning of it. Anyway, my next story is in regards to, what the hell is it? Sony. Sony is a film studio that, you know, I really don't care about, because I like Sony. I just don't like the Spider-Man stuff that they do. So basically, they are planning on rebooting their Sony Spider-Man universe after the bombing of Kraven the Hunter, Madam Web, and the somewhat disappointment of Venom: The Last Dance. So Tom Rothman, who was the Sony CEO, chairman, said that they are planning a fresh reboot on the Spider-Man universe after the failures of those last 3 live-action movies. So he was on the Town podcast hosted by Matt Maloney, and he said, Matt said, "Where are we on the Spider-Man franchise?" Not the animated Spider-Verse stuff, but is the larger Spider-Verse dead? He said no. And I'm just going to read this verbatim. So it said, no, Brockman replied, are you going to go back to those at some point? Yes. But will it be a fresh reboot? Yes. New people? Yes, yes. And he said that scarcity has value and you got to make the audience miss you. And he also apparently talked about the reason why Spider-Man No Way Home was not released in China is because China wanted them to take out the Statue of Liberty. And he said he basically did not want to go and sit in front of Congress to explain why the Statue of Liberty was being cut out the movie. But yeah, so $1.9 billion. Say it could have made like 2 and some change, but that would have changed the whole fucking movie. So yeah, Sony Spider-Man reboot coming soon. How soon? Don't know. Not soon enough. Stay far away as possible. My not even a story. I got comic previews for books that are coming out in May. I know I just did the books for April, but that was because the publications released the shit late. But anyway, here are the books that I plan on getting in the month of May. So I told you guys about Something That's Killing the Children being turned into a TV show. There is a spin-off book in the universe of Something That's Killing the Children. It's called Fall of the House of Slaughter. And this will be written by Tate Bromville with art by Adreno Torricelli. This is going to be 32 pages. What is the release date? May 6th. So it says the Summer of Slaughter takes a turn into a house turmoil with this all-new chapter from the award-winning Slaughterverse. At the House of Slaughter's ailing old dragon enters his final days. Cecilia Slaughter and the other heads gather to determine his successor. Daily ambitions begin to take shape as the House and the Order prepare for a new legacy to begin. And the conflict will no doubt be lethal in this new miniseries set in the world of Something That's Killing the Children. So, yeah, like I said, I keep meaning to start this book. Me trying to read comics, I'm trying to catch up on all my Marvel and DC stuff just because it's a lot of Marvel and DC stuff. Like, I just kind of sort of caught up on the main books that I need to read in order to read DC Knockout. And I just caught up on Spider-Man, so I got those done because the Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral event started like a week and a half ago. And when I'm done here, I got to go pick up my comics. Okay, so Boom Studios still. Berserker, Light Draws Breath. So this is written by Season Butler and China Melville with art by Alessio Avalon. 56 pages. I guess this is a one-shot. $9.99, comes out May 27th. So it's the latest and greatest from Keanu Reeves' Berserker universe is now here. It's the Brian H. and B is dead again. Not for long, of course, but 2 rogue scientists have siphoned off a tiny portion of his protoplasm before he can fully reconfigure, and something else has been born anew. Something that must learn what it is, what its powers are, how to be in the world, and how to fight those who try to control it. So yeah, I'm going to check this out. Berserker was an okay 12-issue book. I just really wish if they're going to keep this universe going, maybe do like a 4-issue miniseries as opposed to all these one-shots like every 8 to 10 months or a year and a half or whatever. All right, that's it for Boom. So this is from Dark Horse. Not really sure if I'm going to buy this one. It just could just be because I'm kind of geeked up about the movie coming out. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, The Wings of Fate. 32 pages, $4.99. Once again, this is an advanced solicit. Why? June 10th. Written by Tim Sheridan. Art by one of my favorite artists who was on, who was at Marvel for a while, but he left. Will Sliney. Says, in the aftermath of Skeletor series of Eteros, a down-and-out refugee gives sanctuary to a mysterious injured Falcon. Now, to save her life, he must embark upon a perilous journey through the Mystic Mountains and seek aid from storied inhabitants from the realm of Avion. So, yeah. All right. That's it for Dark Horse. Now, Dynamite. This is one that I almost said was a major part of my childhood, but this came out when I was a fully grown fucking man. What am I talking about? Ben 10, 32 pages, $4.99. Comes out May 6th. This is written by Joe Casey, who was actually part of Man of Action, the team who created Ben 10. and the artist is Robert Carey, with a lot of variant covers. So we got at least 7 variant covers. So it says a fresh take on a 21st century classic. Ben 10 returns in an all-new series that will appeal to longtime fans and new readers alike. When a mysterious meteor crashes to Earth, 10-year-old Ben Tennyson discovers an Omnitrix, a high-tech alien gauntlet with incredible power and potential. With this device on his wrist, Ben has the power to transform into incredible alien forms. But can he control his power? If the story sounds familiar, think again. In this modern, definitive take on Ben 10 from the team that created him, Man of Action kicking off with writer Joe Casey, joined by amazing artist Robert Carey, with covers by Carey, and Man of Action members Duncan Rouleau, Justin Nugent, Sebastian Priz, and a special mystery variant blind bag containing one limited edition of this issue selected randomly from a range of covers exclusive to this offering. So yeah, I mean, I don't. Oh, so it's a side bag because it's showing on here. It doesn't have the price for that. That's I guess a publisher's incentive, but it looks like they're gonna have. I'm guessing maybe this is like a 1 in 50 variant from Duncan Rouleau, because that one's $50, and probably a 1 in 100 variant by Robert Carey. It's a metal premium hardcover. Metal premium cover, and that one's $100. So yeah. All right. So I talked about this one when the issues came out, but now the paperback is coming out. So this is Captain Planet: The Return. It doesn't have a release date on. Oh wait, yes it does. I'm tripping. It's May 13th. It's 144 pages. It's $19.99. So this was written by David Pepos, with art by Emmanuel Casilios. So 5 young special people have been empowered by Gaia, the embodiment of the Earth's spirit, with an aspect of our world's elemental forces: earth, fire, wind, water, heart. When the 5 powers combine, they summon the world's greatest champion, Captain Planet. But before those would-be Echo Warriors can combine their newfound abilities in pursuit of environmental justice, they will have to learn to trust each other, and with each member drawn from different lands, sometimes mutually antagonistic corners of the globe, that's easier said than done. Unfortunately, time's not on their side. When Gaia is kidnapped, the inexperienced Planeteers are forced to come together, whether they're ready or not, to face their well-financed, to face the well-financed mind evolution plume. So yeah. It was a good miniseries. Hopefully it comes back, because David Pepos is also writing Space Ghost for Dynamite, and they do that in like volumes. So like they do like 12 issues at a time, which is one of those things I hate. It's like, stop restarting the book with the number 1, because it's staying in the same continuity. But whatever. All right. This is from Image. So this is the Energon Universe Special one-shot. So they do these every year, because the Energon Universe consists of Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Void Rivals. So it says the biggest year in Energon Universe history is here, with all new stories from G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Void Rivals, and beyond this new printing of the Free Comic Book Day 2026 special. So that's the thing that makes me mad. This comes out for Free Comic Book Day, which is usually like the first Saturday of May. I don't think it's called Free Comic Book Day anymore. They changed the name of it or something like that. So this is going to be, I guess, more pages, but this is $3.99, and it comes out May 6th. All right, now I'm on to DC. So I told you guys about this one last week. Absolute Catwoman. I'm not going to go over the synopsis again, because I believe I read that. But this will be out on, once again, why is this in May solicits? This is coming out June 10th. It's $4.99. It's 32 pages. Right. Absolute Green Arrow, same thing. I went over it last week. I'm not going over it again, but 32 pages, $4.99. This one's actually coming out in May 20th, probably. All right. Barbara Gordon Breakout. So this is written by Mariko Tamaki, with art by Ainsley Newellpan, who I believe drew Starfire for a while. And this will be coming out on May 13th, 32 pages, $3.99. It says, framed, outlaw, hunted. The extra-legal activities of Gotham's vigilantes have never been more dangerous. After Barbara Gordon is arrested for aiding the Bat family, she is shipped off to Supermax, GCPD Commissioner Vandal Savage's pet project prison for all who oppose him. She will find herself alone, surrounded by dangerous criminals and equally dangerous guards, in a place where nothing is what it seems, The true danger is just beginning. So this is going to be tying into something that happens in issue 9 of Batman. Oh, sorry. Okay. Next one, May 6th. 32 pages, $3.99. Sequel series. It was in demand. DC X Sonic the Hedgehog, The Metal Legion. Written by Ian Flynn with art by Adam Bryce Thomas. I don't think Adam Bryce Thomas drew the original miniseries where was it Lex and Robotnik ended up teaming up at the end. So it says the world of DC Comics, Justice League, and Sega Sonic the Hedgehog collide once more in another thrilling crossover filled with action, adventure, laughs, and perils. Mysterious mechanical rings have appeared in both worlds, linking them together and leading to all things wonderful, worrisome, and weird. The heroes are happily reunited, but little do they suspect there's a sinister origin to their reunions. Obviously, Lex and Robotnik. All right, this is from Tales of the Green Lantern Corps, Guy Gardner, issue 1. Written by Gary Dugan, who is, I guess, taking the leap from Marvel to DC. With art by Matteo Lally. 48 pages, $5.99, goes on sale on May 6th. So it says in this corner we have intergalactic heavyweight Guy Gardner fighting in the Expletive Division, and his challengers are Manhunter androids, Space Apes, the Guardians, and fellow Lantern John Stewart. The Deadpool team of Matteo Lally and Gary Dugan presents Light Club, a tale of the best and worst Lantern of the Corps. I'm guessing they worked on the most recent run of Deadpool. I can't remember. All right, so this is a Elseworld story. I don't really read those. They're basically DC's version of What If. So this is Superman, Father of Tomorrow. This is written by Kenny Porter with art by Danny Earls. This will go on sale on May 27th. It's 32 pages, $4.99. It says, in the corner of far-flung space, a world explodes. A lone riot escapes destruction and races through space, ultimately landing on a small farm in small-town Kansas. A kindly couple steps with trepidation toward the alien craft as the door emerges. Out steps a man named Jor-El. Wait, what? The sole survivor of the planet Krypton. As Jor-El fits into his new home, he realizes that he can help the world, not just with his newfound powers, but with his intellect as well. Witness how the Man of Steel in science saves the world. Okay, so now I'm very interested. So, I thought maybe this was going to be a version where Kal-El was older, because I didn't read, and it says it in my face, and I didn't read this top part because I try not to read like the spoilers and whatnot. So it says the sole survival of Krypton, Jor-El. But yeah, so that's it for DC. So Marvel, this is going to be a miniseries. This is Queen in Black. It's in April, but okay. Written by Al Ewing, drawn by Iban Colio. April 20th, $7.99. I'm sorry, that's the cutoff date. We're doing 2 months advance solicits now because this comes out July 1st. Anyway, Hell on Earth. On the farthest edges of the solar system, Noel, god of the void, builds a brand new army to destroy Earth, but Hela of Asgard might have gotten there first, as she makes planetfall with a legion of the galaxy's deadliest symbiotes. Two of the most powerful evils in the galaxy are at war, and the son of Venom is caught in the middle. So I guess Hela's going after Dylan. All right. So this is part of the Amazing Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral crossover. This is called Body Count. This is written by Charles Soule. Oh, God. With art by Kev Walker. I do not like Kev Walker's art. So it says, the origin of Torment. The scariest new villain in the Marvel Universe finally gets his story told. He's hunted Peter Parker, Mary Jane Watson, and Eddie Brock, killing his way through their throats and wrapping his razor whip around them. What forged the deadliest serial killer since Cletus Cassidy? Find out in this one shot that will determine Torment's past and his future. Kev fucking Walker. Anyway, Astonishing Miles Morales, Spider-Man, The Art of the Whip. Are we getting another Miles relaunch? It looks like it is. Written by Cody Ziegler with art by Alessandro Miracolo. Miles Morales and his amazing friends need all the help they can get. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, but he'll need hands from his superpowered friends and frenemies to bring Bumbler's string of art robberies, Hightail's super speedy secret mission, and Forrest Farrow's assault on Brooklyn Visions Academy. Oh, okay. So this is not a new miniseries. So Marvel does some digital books they call Infinity Comics, which is basically like they release the panels like it's like panel, 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 as opposed to like having panels on a page. So this is just a one shot, basically collecting all of that. So this will be out on May 6th, and it's $5.99. Is it a one shot? It doesn't say one shot. It might be a one shot. Avengers Armageddon. So this is written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Frank Alpazar and Diego Diaz. Red Hulk's devastating tear across the globe must be stopped. But will it take a colossal gathering of Earth's mightiest heroes to do it? Calling the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Wolverine, and more. But who will survive this super-powered cataclysm? There will be a pre-Armageddon Marvel universe and a post-Armageddon universe. Be here to bear witness to the transformation. Once again, why are we doing June solicits for stuff in May? All right, so June 3rd, $5.99. I'm pretty sure it's 32 pages. There's no page count. Doom Quest, written by Ryan North, with art by Francesco Mobili. Dr. Victor Von Doom is by any measure a great man, and yet Doom wants more. When Reed Richards is showcased at a prestigious international event to which Doom wasn't even invited, Doom is outraged. Reed shares his plan for his eventual retirement project, total optimization of history. The idea of Reed rewriting history in his own image is, of course, antithetical to Doom, so he decides to do it before Reed does. Doom finds himself in a battle he never attended across all time and space. Doom Quest is an evergreen Doom story, the perfect introduction and exploration of his character. May 27th, $5.99. All right, so this is Reborn Ultimate Impact. So I'm guessing this is going to deal with some of the fallout of the Ultimate Universe. The second Ultimate Universe. So this is written by Christopher Condon, who wrote on Iron Man with art by Stefano Caselli. Shout out to Stefano. I ain't seen you in a minute. So it says the Ultimate Universe's legacy lives on. Miles Morales returned from the Ultimate Universe with a plan: safeguard the origin boxes, which are catalysts of the creation of new superheroes before they fall into the wrong hands. But the secret is out as Miles' battle over every box engulfs the entire Marvel Universe. This May, Chris Condon and Stefano Caselli team up to create a stunning and unforgettable set of new characters on both sides of the conflict that will shape the future of the 616. $4.99 goes on sale May 20th. All right. This is Wiccan and Hulkling, Raid of Ultron. Written by Wyatt Kennedy and Zoe Tunnell with art by Luciano Vesio. Wiccan and Hulkling reunite with family and danger. Wiccan and Hulkling gather their known and beloved friends and family to celebrate their wedding anniversary, but everything goes awry when Ultron arrives to reclaim Vision and Viv. Join a group of Marvel talent and rising stars of this year's Marvel Voices Pride, centering on Marvel's fan favorite gay couple and their amazing friends to help defeat the evil and recenter community in times of darkness. $5.99 goes on sale May 27th. I'm guessing that's a one shot just because it's like $2 more than standard books. X-Men of Apocalypse Omega. So this is wrapping up the X-Men of Apocalypse stuff that started about 4 or 5 months ago. Written by Jeff Loeb with art by Simone DeMio. Secrets revealed, betrayals, death, and a shock ending that will have X-Men fans years talking for years. All right, $5.99 on sale May 6th. And that is it for my solicits for books that are coming out in May. All right, while I'm talking about Marvel, Daredevil Born Again coming out, this summer? We got the synopsis for season 2. And that is simply coming from Screen Rant. It said, Fisk has won. The city is gradually being put under his boot, and we all pick up. I'm sorry. Let me run it back. Fisk has won. The city is gradually being put under his boot, and we pick up all of our major players around 6 months later. The Fisk administration at this point has really taken hold. At the same time, there's a bubbling up of an underground. New York is being transformed. Some might call it a rebirth, some might call it decay. and the characters are being transformed by dint of huge political machinations. So that sounds good. I mean, it would be nice to see a few more other defenders show up. Not you, Finn Jones. You're not invited. You're not invited. And hopefully they don't bring him back. They really don't need to bring back Finn Jones. Keep him away. Okay. I sound like a hater, but you know, fuck it. I am a hater. No, Finn Jones sucks. Anyway, Wednesday. Just like with season 2, they made an announcement video saying that who's all going to be in season 3. Don't know when it's going to start yet, because like the last cast announcement, they didn't announce when the show will be back. But they revealed that Winona Ryder has joined the cast. Anyway, the trailer shows Winona Ryder, Eva Green, Chris Sarandon, Noah Taylor, Oscar Morgan, and Kennedy Moyer have all joined the cast. Winona Ryder will be playing a character named Tabitha, and Chris Sarandon will be playing a character named Balthazar, and as we all know, Eva Green will be playing Ophelia. But no idea who Noah Taylor, Oscar Morgan, or Kennedy Moyer will be playing. So yeah, get ready for season 3 of Wednesday, 2027, maybe 2028. I don't. But it is time for me to cue up the spoiler alert. So I am going to talk about Good Luck, Have Fun. This movie is directed by what is his name again? Gorb Verbinski, who directed the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Stars Sam Rockwell, Haley Lou Richardson, Michael Pena, Zazie Beetz, Asim Chundry, who I've seen in something before, Juno Temple, Tom Taylor. Every time I see Juno Temple, I think she's Sarah Michelle Gellar. She is one of those white women that just looks like another white woman. Like, when I saw her in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, I'm like, what's up with Sarah Michelle Gellar? And it's like, yo, that's not Sarah Michelle Gellar. Anyway, a man claiming to be from the future takes patrons of an iconic Los Angeles diner hostage in search of unlikely recruits in a quest to save the world. So, this movie was amazing. Sam Rockwell rarely misses when he does some weird sci-fi stuff. Check out Moon. It's basically like Buried, but in space. It's him in space by himself with AI by name. I think the AI's name is Carl, voiced by Kevin Spacey. You know that guy. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie from beginning to end. There was one thing that was obviously predictable, and that was Haley Lou Richardson's character, whose name I can't think of at the moment, being the mother of Sam Rockwell's character, obviously in the past. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, man. In the story was great. Like I said, the only issue I might have had with this movie was it's like 2 hours and like 5 minutes. I probably would have cut out like 20 minutes or like some people's backstory. Like, I get it, you needed to kind of flesh those people out, especially if they were going to live to the end of the movie. But like, yeah, I really care about Haley Lou Richardson's character, Ingrid. Her whole backstory, we didn't need to get a flashback of her as a child and her suffering from nosebleeds whenever she's around, like things that like emit radio frequencies, so like cell phones, Wi-Fi, things of that nature. You could have just showed that as an adult. But I enjoyed the movie. The plot twist. This movie just gave straight up Black Mirror vibes, and there's the landline. Unplug this shit real quick. Anyway, yeah, this whole movie felt like an episode of Black Mirror. Like, I was getting Terminator vibes at first, but then the ending happened, which I'm not going to tell you guys. But amazing movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend you guys go see this movie. Please go see this movie. It's been out for like a week. I'm sorry, it's been out for 2 weeks because it came out for a week in Valentine's Day. And it's only at $8 million. And the movie, it had a small budget. It's $20 million. Go see the movie, please. I cannot praise this movie enough, but it was amazing. Go see Good Luck, Have Fun, guys. Yeah, that's it for the podcast for this week. I will be reviewing Scream 7 next week. And I'll be talking about all the disasters the production of that movie, going all the way back to the firing of Melissa Benoist. So anyway, guys, I will see y'all next week. Have fun. Good luck. Don't die. Peace.